Hello, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Mark, and welcome to another episode of Finding the Next Big Roguelike, the series where I play roguelike games and demos that have been sent to the channel and give my first impressions. Today we're taking a look at a game called Archons. This seems to be some sort of action bullet hell roguelike. From my understanding, the unique thing about it is that you're controlling two characters at once, or it's supposed to be potentially a co-op game. Or both. I'm not too sure yet. We will be finding out together. But I don't know too much about this game. And I think that's, it's always intriguing. One thing I will say is that I picked this game because not only did it look awesome visually from the little bit of footage I've seen, but also because the game is coming out in just about like a week and a half or something like that. So I figured, well, might as well feature it while it's still not out yet. We received a demo of the game, but apparently it's an updated demo, which seems to be quite close to what the game is going to look like upon its full release. Also, it did tell me once again to grab a controller for this one, so I guess we're playing on a controller again. I don't really use controllers that much. The only times I do are for specific games that ask me to do so, and usually, if I'm going to be featuring games and give my first impressions, I would like to do it with whatever the developers had in mind when someone first picks up the game. So I will still bring a controller, so that's what we'll be doing. Let's start a new game. Select single player or local co-op. Good. Okay, so good to know that there's that option, first of all. Control both Archons on your own. Okay, so it is both. It's either co-op, or you actually play two characters at once. Interesting. All right, let's control both at once. Create new game? Yes, please. All right. Whoa. Joyous. You are needed again. All right. It has awakened. Affirmative. We're pretty cool. Awaiting action. I'm assuming that those are two characters? Let's calibrate your mobility. After all, it has been 1,000 years. Indeed. Okay. I guess now that makes more sense why this should be a controller game. Usually bullet hells, they're not like, it's nice to have controllers, but it's not like the first game I think of for controllers. But perfect. Follow me. We must get to the entrance before it grows too strong. Okay. Ooh, wow, okay, we've got some dynamic camera going on here. That's kind of cool. Whoa, wait. How do you... Wait, why is it not like this? Ooh, interesting. Oh, I'm very curious about how the camera is going to be working here. Is it like pre-scripted? I don't know. We'll see. Birds. Verbs. I can't do anything currently with my... with the buttons. I will say, if I am controlling two characters at once, then the first thing I'm thinking is that using my X, Y, B, and A, if those are my abilities are important, it's gonna be pretty hard to do, right? Because I'm constantly moving both of my characters. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. The source is ahead. I'll start construction. Okay. All right. Power. Overwhelming. Cool. All right. We got an ability. A saw blade that is thrown back and forth between their heroes. Oh boy. Are my abilities all going to be like requiring like both of my characters to do things? That sounds kind of crazy. So. Oh, it's automatic. Wait, is this a bullet heaven? Is this horde-like? No way, right? I mean, this would be a pretty crazy concept for like horde-like. This, huh? Well, I don't think so because I think there's rooms. It's kind of funny that I can't actually attack. I'm just kind of running around. Wait, this does look more and more like a horde-like. I'm seeing an XP bar. Oh my gosh, this is totally a horde-like. This might be a combination of horde-like and like a Hades-like. Oh, increase max health. Unique one-time selection. Oh, max health actually, okay, in this case, I was like, just a one-time max health, but it does look like max health is pretty... You only have 3 max health, so I would imagine that probably means you're not going to be completely overwhelmed with a bajillion enemies. Curious. Grenade. Launch grenades that explode after a while. So, do I aim? No. Right? It just automatically triggers? Oh, those are my bombs. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is interesting. I didn't think I would have a... I don't think this... I didn't expect this to actually have something very unique here, but... again, not that there's nothing wrong with that, right? But, okay, sorry, I was looking at something else. But the fact that this seems to be some sort of horde-like, where you're controlling 2 characters at once, I don't think I've experienced that before. Okay, so we can upgrade the damage of our grenades. Now, I don't think that changes anything, like, from a mechanical standpoint. I do see a little star after the 4th upgrade. So that I could imagine that once you reach the star, it actually transforms into something cool. Or we've got a protection, which does use my actual inputs. Become invulnerable on game moving speed for a short duration. Now, I would imagine that I can only take one of these, right? Because obviously, otherwise you can't have multiple spells on the same input, right? Potentially? I don't know. Let's try it. Cool, so... Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Okay, they're individually... Like, I can choose which of the 2 I want to do this with. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Wait, this is really interesting. Because you're controlling 2 characters at once, which sounds kind of overwhelming, but you're not needing to aim or really do anything other than movement and just paying attention to both characters. This is a great way of having something that sounds kind of intimidating, controlling 2 characters at once, but the mechanic is very straightforward because, I mean, the gameplay is very straightforward because it is a horde-like, at least in its gameplay so far. Let's grab the new ability. I will say, I do like the UI so far. I mean, this looks pretty nuce. Evolved Electro Impact. A thunderbolt that hits a random enemy. Damage 25. Also, so far, I'm liking how simple the numbers look like. It looks like even just like the XP that you get from enemies is not like, you know, 100 XP and then you just get like 1,000 XP by the end. It actually does seem like it's like 4. You just need orbs. You just need, I need 3 more orbs to level up. Everything is really toned down number-wise in comparison to a lot of the other horde-likes that I've been playing. It's kind of nice, I will say. Oh, wait. Fire multiple shots in a burst. Okay, so... Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm seeing a rare upgrade here. So, it's always interesting to see, like, what approach horde-likes go for in terms of, like, upgrades and, like... Because you're going to be upgrading and finding new abilities often, so there's just a differentiation between the upgrades is always interesting to me. So, for instance, here I get a rare Thunderbolt upgrade. Now, does that mean that rare is always going to be 130%? Could it be other numbers? Does that mean that I could have just gotten the normal upgrade and it would have been like to what, like 120%? But therefore, if I get up to the star, it would always end up with the same number, not depending on the rarity and stuff like that. I don't know. But we're gonna try a new active. So we got a rifle. Okay. So I'm seeing that the rifle is automatically aimed, which makes sense because I was thinking, how the hell am I supposed to aim when I'm controlling 2 characters at once? Man, this is really cool. Wow. Deadly saw blade, deadly. Okay. Include a critical. Oh wait. Wait. This is my original thing. Crit damage, crit chance, include a critical chance and chance of critical damage and chance of the ability. Now again, I'm still quite curious to know if this is a completely random upgrade or is it always that upgrade. We'll see. We'll figure that out eventually. This theoretically is better. It's a rare, to my understanding. So let's just grab that. How loud is this, by the way? I'm hoping it's not too loud. Oh my gosh, this guy is charging at me. They're just exploding, which is interesting. Oh my gosh. But this is actually... Wow, I'm very impressed with how cool of a feeling this is. Like, controlling so many things at once, but actually, like, it's not too overwhelming is a really cool feeling. I will say, I'm a little worried about this, this rhino buggy thingy. Kind of annoying. Okay, Can you trigger these guys? Now, if they okay, yeah, when they explode, they don't die. They just do it like an area of effect explosion. I should get all of these orbs here. Here, you both go immune. Okay, I need one more orb. I really like this XP system. This might seem very basic. Yeah, like... Oh. I think I took damage on the frame. I was trying to do my shield, and I forgot that the shield obviously has, you know, a cooldown. Whoopsie doopsies. I guess it's increased the thunderbolt damage. Okay, so I only have one heart left. I should be careful. Because again, I am trying to beat this on my first try, right? That is the camera is very dynamic. Music is pretty epic as well. It's so crazy that I can shoot like with my weapon individually with two characters. This is really something I have not experienced before. Do we have some new enemies? I should really be paying attention to my cooldowns on that armor thing, though. You know what? Let's just use it both. I think using it both in this instance is probably a good idea, so I don't like lose track of my cooldown of my individual characters. I can see the cooldown, yeah, but I do have to look elsewhere to just look at my cooldown, which is, you know, kind of hard to do when there's so much going on already. I hope my health comes back between waves. Between like levels, because it does seem like this is like a mixture of those orbs do disappear after a while. It seems so. I was gonna say that I do think this is like a horde-like, but still like within multiple different rooms is what I'm going to assume. Now I'm wondering, does that mean that we're gonna reset our progress in between rooms? I don't know, but I do see this bar on top there that's showing like that I'm about to get to the boss. Oh, about like I'm like 2/3 through all this, so kind of curious. We have a rare saw blade increase here. 2% is not a huge percent in comparison to 20% more damage on my rifle. I know this is a rare, and yeah, the crit damage does go up, but if it's just a 7% of doing a crit, I feel like those numbers are not as good as just 20% damage on my gun, personally. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of thingies. It's hard to know how good my how good my my bombs are. I'm also realizing it's kind of tricky to go back to get those orbs. Can I kill this guy? Ooh, we aimed at two different things, unfortunately. Music is very epic. Which is cool. Yeah, I realize I'm a little behind because I took damage pretty early. And yeah, again, like we only have one health left. Okay, there's a big effect here. I think I can... Yeah, cool. I was able to move around. Oh my gosh. Yeah, controlling two characters at once. Very interesting how all the enemies seem to not, like... They don't seem to have, like, a hurt box. They're all just kind of, like, waiting. Or, like, once they reach you, you have, like, a split second to react. It's quite generous, but also it does make sense with this current gameplay. This might be dangerous. This might be dangerous. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, so they arrive to me, they stop, and they like charge up an attack, which is quite generous, I will say. Do I have to kill this thing? Oh, I have to remember, I have the freaking... Of course, I have my saw blade, but... Yeah, it is trying to really push you to get around, right? Okay, the 40% increase on the saw blade is pretty good. Although a new ability also is quite nice. A slash that hits everything next to the heroes. Things do get close to me pretty often, so I think I'm going to take this slash. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm going to try to get my hero split, because obviously that is kind of like what they're trying to go for. And it makes sense. Like, you are rewarded for having your character split a little bit, because you can collect more orbs. But boy, oh boy, you have to focus on a lot of things. Now, one thing I am realizing is that, like, I did kill, like, a bigger unit, right? But I don't think I got more orbs, or maybe I did, but it's hard to see. Oh, boss time coming up. Oh, nice. That should be one away from... Give me that. All right, what do we got for me? We got a deadly rifle increase here, which is which is really powerful. Look at that, an epic 100% more crit damage. Jeez, those crits, serious deal. I'm also seeing what are those numbers right here, right by my face, right there. Are those like currencies? They're so small. Look at that. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. I wonder if there is some kind of hub where there is like roguelite progression kind of stuff with different currencies. Who knows? Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Dreadroot. That was cool. Ghoul, Tragu, Suul. That sounds scary, right? Okay. Oh, get out of here. Okay. Theoretically, I should have them like go opposite direction so I can have my blades do stuff, right? Oh boy. Okay, it's moving. Oh gosh. Controlling two characters at once. I think I got it. Okay, that's gonna... Is that laser gonna move? No, okay, it's not a laser. Okay, I should have gone opposite. I should have... That guy has a lot of health. I mean, theoretically, I should be even closer to really benefit from the sword attack. That sword attack is not upgraded, but it's still something, right? Ah! Okay. Okay, it's moving towards... Oh, shoot! No! I'm gonna say that the game plans on you dying super quickly. Essence missed. Okay, stats! We got stats! Yay! It has stats. That's the #1 thing. So, my gun did most of the damage. The boomerang did good damage, which is interesting because I didn't actually use it that much. I should have. Bombs did well. Thunder didn't do anything. Well, didn't do much, and the sword I got too late. It doesn't give me DPS and stuff, but that's fine. I like the essence mist. It shows how much you could have like leveled up faster, you know, which is very interesting. Okay, so I've been playing a lot of Horde-likes recently, and I feel like a lot of Horde-likes really very easily give you the XP to level up when you kill things, you know, like a lot of them I've been playing recently kind of always easily give you, like, you kill something, don't worry, I'll give you the XP, you have a very high, like, yeah, there is, like, how would you call it? Pickup range, there you go. A lot of, you know, some games do implement pickup range, but here it really felt like you had to be quite strategic in order to get your essence to level up. It does seem like there's, you know, you have to really think about mobility a little differently than a lot of other games that I've been playing recently of that genre. So this is kind of exciting. All right, let's continue. I have rebuilt the pods. Your souls will transfer here on death. I love how serious this game is. I have installed the upgrade station. Yep, makes sense. Proceed to transform collected souls into upgrades and weapons. Victory. Well, I'm so cool. Imminent. Okay. So, we do have a hub. Cool. You still have to do things together. Stats. Got it. Progress is 0%. Ooh, man, you didn't have to. You didn't have to just point it out like that. Jeez. Boss wins. There's only 3. I still don't know how much this game has in comparison to the full release again. We have some achievements here. So this is just stats. So what is this? Spend souls on abilities marked question mark here. This will unlock new upgrades and abilities. I liked how that text just moved, like de-zoomed as it was getting to the end because the game was like, we don't have that space. De-zoom. Okay. So what do we have here? So, okay, so these are Banish, Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3, Tier Ultimate, Tier 4. Whoa. Interesting. Okay, so let's get the fence, because apparently this is a static beam fence between the heroes. Deals damage to all enemies passing through. That's like one of the abilities from one of the characters in Risk of Rain 1. Okay, that might have been a little far-fetched, but if you do play Risk of Rain 1, you probably know which one I'm talking about. Did they sync up the action in this game with the music? The grenades constantly detonate in time with the music? I'll pay attention to that. That sounds interesting. That'd be interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the fence. Well, I mean, let's just grab the fence, I guess. New tier unlocked. New upgrades and unlockable abilities added. Anything owned in your available tiers will appear during runs. Now, what is interesting is that these are tiers. What does that mean, right? Like, are those just better abilities that are, like, is this different rarities? I don't know. The ability applies a fragile stack on hit. Increase the amount of the ability. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm starting to understand. So, it looks like on the top of the ability, of the tier chart, you've got different active spells, right? And then here you've got different upgrade paths, which we have already seen, right? Deadly, I guess health is specific, right? But we did see deadly and damage, for instance, right? So we were able to get like a, I don't know, we were able to get like the rifle epic deadly upgrade. So now we've upgraded, we've unlocked more possible upgrades to active abilities, which is a very, very nice way of doing upgrades. I was just talking about how I find upgrades to always be interesting in these games, and I think this is really cool. So now, when we upgrade an ability, we might get the amount upgrade, which increases the amount of the ability. That's really cool. And there seems to be different rarities to all of these random, possible, unique upgrades. That opens up a lot of things already. That's really cool. Okay, we actually have enough to unlock a tier 2 ability. So, a spark that fires at nearby enemies, whirlwind moving randomly around the level, shoots out impalers around the heroes. Cool. Obviously, you can only have one of those two. I would imagine I can't get protection and quick step. I feel like that would make sense. So, interesting. So I'm probably going to upgrade one of these guys to try to get more variation. So let's get the impaler. Okay. I don't know what the available souls, like how do you get souls, but I'm all up for it. So is there anything around this hub area? Man, the camera changing is kind of trippy, I will say. Gosh, our characters are just so cool. I wonder if there's gonna be different characters. I would imagine so, but I don't know. Okay, didn't seem to be much in the hub currently. I would imagine you can add more stuff. Who knows? You get souls based on the amount of XP you had collected. It's interesting because 2. I only got 2 at the end, right? So if you get like 60 souls, right? So like 1 every 30. That's an interesting number. We'll see. I'll pay more attention to it now that I know how this stuff works. Okay. Let's grab a new one. Let's get the hammer ability. Hammers that slam between the heroes. And you can see the star is indeed looks like an evolved version of the spell. I wonder if there's different versions of the evolved stuff. Who knows? Let's take a look at how the hammer feels. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Right. So they really are trying to make sure that you know, are trying to, like, you know, yeah, you're really trying to move away from your other character, right? We can get a deadly version, increase all ability, chance to, yeah, that's fine. Let's try defense. Let's see how is it like what I'm thinking of from like Risk of Rain 2, 1? Kind of is. Okay, I'm gonna try to really move around as like way more. I'm gonna try to really split my characters. We got 3. We're not gonna miss a single XP. Theoretically, the hammer, you get most DPS if you get them together, right? But it does cover a wider range. Okay. Ooh. So we got a common fragile, what does fragile do? The ability applies a fragile stack on hit. Other abilities hitting that enemy consume the stacks, dealing extra damage based on the damage dealt. Got it. Interesting. So probably multi-hit stuff is much better for fragile, like my like the beam stuff, right? Or how about just a 40% damage increase? Yes, sir. Every day of the day. Okay, okay. My eyes just like back and forthing, back and forthing between my characters here as much as possible. Okay. I am seeing some pretty consistent crits, so I wonder what the... Wait, are there stats? Can I see stats? Is there a stat button? Let's take a look. I don't think there is a stats thing. I don't think I can look at my abilities. Maybe there is, but if that's the case, I do not know how. Okay. Increase the size of the ability. I do like that. Let's do the size one. These are cool. This is really a really smart way of having cool upgrades. Yeah, I mean, these are still number adjustments, right? Like, nothing too crazy. But at least you get to understand a little bit more why this upgrade is like that, right? Instead of just like, oh, in another game, like, oh, this ability you like, now when you upgrade it, it does more of that. Like, more crit and more damage. You're like, okay, sure, why not? But here it explains, well, you got the size upgrade, or you got the deadly upgrade, and you know there are multiple different variations of these upgrades. This is really, really cool. I really like the design of that. I would like to know what my inherent crit is for those hammer, because I'm seeing that for the deadly upgrade, the increased like sorry, one second. The increased crit chance is quite low, but the increased crit damage is quite high. So I am curious how much inherent crit I have. Oh, well, okay, I have it right here. I'm so stupid. Well, I have to hit a deadly and then see it. I only had, well, okay, I'm wondering if the hammer has more than 5%. I probably saw it before, I just didn't react to it. It does seem like 5% is way, way lower than the amount of crits I've been getting. Let's do the fragile on my fence, right? The ability applies a fragile stack on hit. Other abilities hitting that enemy consumes a stack, dealing extra damage based on the damage dealt. Now, based on the damage dealt of the fragile ability. Okay, let's do fragile. I wonder if that changes anything visually. I don't know. One thing though that I think is worth noting is that I don't think I saw. Did I see actual like roguelite like meta progression upgrades? Okay, it does seem like the fragile also. It seems like the damage is from the fence. Interesting. Let's do more fragile on this thing. Now the max stacks can be increased to a lot. Okay, so welcome my fence. I still have not gotten my like defensive or active ability, which again, I think I only have 2 possibilities. I would like to get those souls right here. I don't know why both of them are going for it. I only need one of them. Yeah, the fragile stuff looks like it's pretty decent. Yeah, that did some good damage. All right. Okay, you're gonna bait them, and you're gonna grab the orbs. How about that? Nice, nice, nice. Oh man, a 30% size increase for the hammer seems fantastic. I mean, I guess the fragile also is quite good, but I only have 2 abilities. I've been wanting to get more abilities, but I'm kind of stuck with just those 2 abilities, which seems to be working just fine, which is interesting, but I like how you get a... I just saw that you get a shield after you level up, which is very nice. Yeah, I'll have to look at the crit chance on the hammer when I get a chance. Oh, there was a little audio skip there. Also, wait a minute. The hammers are in the beat of the music. The hammer is in the beat of the music. Wow. Really? That seems crazy to me. Okay. I mean, I'll have to do more testing thinking about it, but I think so. A slow fence is pretty cool. Because, you know, like, as long as they stay in the fence, they take more damage, right? So that's pretty cool, but 2 extra max health is unnecessary. I'm a pro gamer. I'm not gonna take damage. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Not to mention that it had to pause the music while I was, like, selecting my abilities, right? So it's still, like, the music... The music had to start wherever was left off, and yet the hammers still are in the beat of the music, which is kind of crazy. Right? Like, right now, that was just, like, we just stopped in the middle, right? Okay, I'm also gonna get the hammer upgrade here. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Cool. Wait. Also, wait a minute. Even the barrier damage is in the beat of the music. It's 16th notes. When they take damage. What? How is that? Why? That's crazy. I had no. Yeah. That is so crazy to me. It's just not a game I would have expected to have some sort of like rhythm side to it. That makes it really cool. Very original. Whoa! Wait. Oh, this is the evolved wait, modifier. This is just an inherent modifier. Enemies hit by any ability are tagged with boom, triggering a burst of damage after a short delay. The damage increased based on the number of enemies currently tagged. Oh, so that's much better with multi-hit stuff. All right, we can get the evolved hammer, which adds an extra circle in the middle that deals massive damage to enemies inside it. All right, well, let's grab this upgrade. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, okay, I see. It's in the middle of... It's not a... Okay, I thought it was going to be an additional circle. Like a third circle. Bah. Bah. Cool. Okay, I need to grab all my orbs. Orbs! I definitely want to... I want to get the fence the fence evolve thing, right? So let's just grab the common increase. Although, I'm probably not going to get the... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the final evolve before the boss. Also, it looks like getting to the boss is not time-based. It is it is by the amount of enemies I kill. Like, I have to kill a certain amount of enemies, I believe. Bam. 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 Oh, yeah. All right, boss time. Oh, wait. Where's the last enemy? Okay. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, this is really fun. No, you're right, daughter. It is not crazy complicated to do, like, rhythm in your... I mean, you know, there is some complexity to it, right? But it's kind of random in a really cool way. I just... Why, right? not complaining. I think it's super cool, but I just have not seen that a lot. And it doesn't seem crazy complicated in some instance, but like the saw, for instance, right? That can't be in rhythm because that is randomly going back and forth. So there's certain limitations to what you can do with rhythm in these kinds of games, but it's really cool. All right, let's try the boss. Hello again. Gu Tragu Suul. Yeah, you said that the last time. It didn't really change anything. Okay, well, I feel like we've got a much better build. I still have to be careful because this time around I do not have any actives. Okay. Okay, the boss attacks are not in rhythm, which I guess makes a bit of sense because that would be a little too easy otherwise. Okay, well, some of the attacks are in rhythm, but not everything is in rhythm, which makes sense, I think. Phase two. Oh, okay. Oh, they're pulling it. He's pulling me into. Okay. Yeah, not everything's in rhythm. It's close, but oh boy, easiest game of my life right here, ladies and gentlemen. Calzone is the name of my achievement. Cool. Okay, I'll take it. I like Collins. This is not the end. Your time will come. Glutmore? Okay. Archons. I want my key. Hey, wait. Hey, wait. You want to share that, right? We're going to share, right? We're... Okay. So it is officially full on a horde-like. I was wondering if there would be different rooms. It is quite short. I mean, this first round was quite short, all things considered. So let's see. Soul level... oh, it's just by XP. Right. I only got 2 this time. Interesting. My hammer did really good damage. Ooh, wow. The fragile damage was really high. Interesting. So I wonder what now? Because this is the kind of game where it feels like there would be a lot of... There could be... I could see a lot of content in this kind of game. So I'm curious, what now? We beat a boss, and we go back to the hub. Are there going to be a bunch of different maps? We'll see. Dreadroot has been vanquished. Back to the actual story. Insert its spirit into the bridge mechanism. Okay. I like how you still need both characters to do anything, even if it's not necessary. It's just a nice touch. Proceed with caution. Darkness awaits. I haven't played a game that takes itself super seriously in a very long time. It's kind of cool. Oh wait, new map. Oh, wait. Is this a new map? I didn't expect. Oh shoot. Okay. I didn't do any upgrade. Should I go back to try to do some upgrades? All right, let's get some upgrades. I'm surprised it was only 2 from winning. I guess I was pretty close from winning the last time, right? So I feel like tiers are just, it doesn't actually mean much. It's just like tiers in terms of here, but I don't think from a gameplay standpoint there's an actual difference between the different tiers. All right, let's see. Let's get the blaster, a strong short blast dealing damage in a frontal cone, and let's do the whirlwind. And I did unlock a new tier, which does mean we have now access to new possible upgrades, such as cooldown. Reduce the cooldown of the ability. Increase all ability damage. Isn't that... Now, why is there 2 of the same? Increase the damage of the ability. Oh! Increase all abilities damage. So this is not linked to an ability. It's just a standalone upgrade. Interesting. Increase duration of slow, affecting all abilities with slow. Got it. Increase damage dealt by fragile. Got it. So there's no distinction to see whether this is an upgrade to abilities specifically or a standalone upgrade I can find. I don't think there's a visual differentiation, which is interesting, but that's really cool. So now the only unique upgrade I can get from abilities is the cooldown that I just unlocked. These 3 here are standalone upgrades, if that makes sense. Again, really cool upgrade mechanic. I'm really liking this. It is an Isaac situation where beating a boss unlocks further bosses and makes runs longer. Well, from what I'm seeing, you're straight up unlocking new maps. I mean, right, we just saw level 2, and there's going to be spiders, and there's going to be a spider boss. I'm assuming there's just going to be a bunch of maps, and they're all kind of like their own unique biome with a unique final boss. That's what I'm expecting. All right, so let's try level 2. Now, interestingly, level 2 is just on here. A lot of games will just put like one location, you press, and then you select your level. Here, it seems like you have to go to another area to go to level 2. I don't know if there's visually a way to know that it's level 2, but this is very interesting. The Maw. Okay. Halo. Oh, wait. Was that like... Oh! Okay. I was confused. I remember not seeing the hammer. Okay, so when we were unlocking those tiers, there was an icon on the far left. And I didn't really pay attention to it. I thought it was just like the tiers icon. No. These icons are starting abilities. Because I saw that on the left of the tier. So this Halo, I will always be able to pick at the beginning because it's my starting ability, which means you can't find Saw Blade or Hammer as normal abilities would be my guess because these are starting abilities. Okay, cool. A powerful circle forms around the heroes. All right, let's see it. Whoa. Okay. Wow. That is... Oh my gosh, that's kind of crazy. Oh boy. Oh, that's gonna take some getting used to. So now, if they're in between my heroes, it actually doesn't deal damage to them. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh, okay. I'm a little cornered. Oh my gosh. Holy shrimp. Whoa. Wow, that ability is definitely getting some used to. Holy shrimp. Because usually, you know, like when you're looking at the AI, they're always going to be behind me, right? But if I'm just running away from them, I'm not going to hit them. I need to be in a very specific angle with my other character in order to get them in the ring. Oh, man. All right, let's try the blaster. Actually, both of them are cool, right? Let's try the blaster. Oh, I can hold on to it, and then it shoots. Okay, well, the blaster is quite nice to have. Okay, much longer cooldown, I will say. Also, something is... I don't know who's doing... Oh, it's the thing over there. Come on, buddy, you got it. Bam! Holy shrimp, that... okay, that hurt. That guy over there with the pillars is really hard to deal with. Fragile Halo. That seems pretty good. Although I don't have another ability to trigger the fragile other than my shotgun. So I'm gonna definitely need another ability soon enough. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, this is so much harder. Holy shrimp. It's that dude creating the pillars I need to get rid of. I said dude. Oh, this might have been a mistake. This was totally a mistake. Wow. Okay. Not a fan of the rings. I could imagine them being much better later, but not early. No, thank you. The crystal converter is done. These upgrades should help you progress faster. Oh, are these like my actual permanent upgrades? Systems optimized. I just want the droid D-Dust to be like, yes, you guys are cool, I get it. But anyway, as I was saying, Eternal Rift is active, a good place to practice. I don't need practice. So what is this, oh, X, okay. Whoa, crystal shop. There we go, okay, actual upgrades. Interesting. Spend crystals here. How do I find crystals? Oh my gosh, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, holy shrimp. That's, wait, are those just like single-use upgrades? They are single-use upgrades. Okay, I thought all those I could upgrade multiple times. I'm gonna try again the saw blade. Oh, cool. Okay, I can just go back and forth here. So I have no idea how you can get souls. What is this? Time required. Best time. But this is practice, right? Does this give me any sort of like actual progression if I do this? It's giving me an arrow to go in there, so I guess I'll try it. You think that's infinite mode? Eternal Rift. That does sound like an infinite mode. Face the Rift's echo. Archons, endless foes to test your skills. Yep, that makes sense. I'm hoping I'm obviously going to get some stuff out of that, I would imagine. Survive for glory. I will say the runs seem pretty short, so let's try the saw blade again. I want to prove that the saw blades are not bad. Okay, so we have some timer. Now, okay, now I do know that that tiny thing here are definitely the different currencies. I am very impressed with how small they are, but I'm also realizing that there are two more currencies, it would seem. Like we just unlocked a new currency, which I still don't know how to get, but there's a purple one and another one. It's so small, I can't see it. I cannot tell what that last thing is, but I'm very curious for sure. Okay, this is a very, very wide area there. I will say, like, for a wide map, the saw blades... Well, actually, no, the rings sound pretty good for a really wide map, right? Oh my gosh! It's crazy. I am not killing things very fast by being so far away, though. Maybe I need to kill things quickly by being close by, so I can bring that back and forth. But yeah, I think I might have screwed myself by not killing a few enemies early on. I feel like you can really fall behind on this with this game if you don't kill things fast enough. Okay. Oh, I thought I was going to upgrade. Okay, cool. Deadly. Increase all abilities, chance to crit. Oh, it only increases the crit chance. Man, that's... I don't know. I don't feel super worth it. The circle is hard to use, but seems like it has the most crazy synergies. I completely agree, yeah. I don't know how I feel about the slash ability because of how big this map is. I will say, though, that I don't know if I'm going to be limited. Like, I don't know if there's a cap to the amount of abilities I can have. Like, when you look at all these little like slots, it seems like I could have a ton of abilities. So because the upgrades are not in these slots, they're like part of the slot of the abilities. So you can have all of these filled up. So maybe I can just grab that because I don't think the deadly is worth it. Also, I'm realizing that... Oh, wait. Okay. Sorry. I just realized that's the deadly to all my abilities. Got it. I'm going to grab the slash because I think I just need a little bit more things right now. So is there any way to get more health in this mode other than like getting an upgrade? I don't think there's like health regen, which is quite interesting, right? Like most horde likes are really dependent on that. Ooh, let's get the Blaster's pretty good. Let's get it. Boom. 70 damage. It's not bad. It does do like area of effect. Ooh, wow. Okay, I did not expect that. I thought I was gonna kill it. Oh man. Okay, not good. Not good. Yeah, I would definitely have taken the circle for this one. Bleed. Enemies hit by an ability causes the target to bleed, causing damage over time. Each ability can apply 1 stack of bleed. Wait. Isn't that just crazy with, like, the ring? Because it's a set damage. It's not a percentage damage. By an ability causes the target... Wait, that's just crazy with, like, the ring. You just immediately apply the bleed stack, right? Am I reading that correctly? We're gonna get the grenades anyway, because the grenade did some good work last time. I'm realizing that these are different logos for the... logos. Icons. And you're right, like the grenades do explode in time, which is quite nice. Okay, that was stupid. I thought I could kill it. I'm underestimating... Well, you know, usually you kill things pretty fast in these games. I'm surprised how long it takes to kill them. Also, my movement speed is quite low. I will say the overlay of the being at 1 health is a little big. I'm gonna grab the health. It's a little overwhelming, I think. Okay. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. Boom. I mean, I get... the shotgun is pretty small range, all things considered. So, it's good, but... my skull. Okay, yeah, the ring would be so powerful. Holy shrimp. I'm, like, sad I didn't take the ring. I was so dumb. It's interesting that you're trying to, like, theoretically, you could just try to bait their attacks, right? I think I can do this. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh, this is scary. Let's get a damage increase because it's a rare. Even though theoretically I feel like the size would probably be better, but... Let's get those skulls. Man, the co-op would be really... I feel like the co-op would be really enjoyable in this game. Okay. Double the amount? How is that a common? Isn't that double damage? Right? Okay. That's a common upgrade? Or a common version of that upgrade? I like how it's in time again. You can hear it goes click, click. You can actually know when it's coming too. It's actually quite useful. Right now. Boom. Yeah. Interesting. I could even actually use the rhythm to my benefit. Like, no joke. That's really cool. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, I died. Oh, wait. Why didn't I die? I thought I was at 1 health. Yeah, the overlay of being at 1 health is a little much. I want those skulls. I want the skulls. I wish I could increase my movement speed. I'm sure I can with like some meta progression, but man, it feels like I'm quite slow, all things considered. Okay. Oh, okay, that was close. I got a skull over there. One thing about the grenades is that it kills things randomly, and it's hard to predict where where the skulls are going to be, but Oh, I got a good stack of enemies to kill here. Grab the skulls, buddy. Nice. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Blaster damage or saw blade slow? I feel like I need more damage. I'm gonna take but also like theoretically oh, I'm not gonna get that skull very easily. The shotgun is pretty good to like kill things that are like about to kill me. I actually think I prefer the gun to the saw blade, potentially. Also, the swords are not great because they have a set, they have a set area. Oh, that's an elite. Oh, wait a minute. Is that elite doing like my abilities? I think that elite was doing like similar abilities to me. I saw a hammer. Also, it has a tremendous amount of health. What the hell? Whoa. Did I not take damage from that thing? I thought... Oh, wait, there's two of these guys? Oh, gosh. Run away, buddy! Run away! You're fine! Okay. Man, this is definitely a game where, like, if you're behind... Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. If you're behind, it's really hard to catch up because you can't kill enemies and it's really hard to gain XP. No XP is granted in Endless. Good to know. I am not doing that right now, then. We're gonna do... that's a shame. Endless mode is just for practice. I mean, that's what they said, right? Okay, well, you do get a chest for 10. Okay, so you don't get, like, inherent, like, upgrades or, like, benefits from it, but there is a chest for 10 minutes, which we will definitely be looking at later on. Okay, should I do another hammer? I think I'm gonna do another hammer. I won't just constantly be doing hammer, but I do want to... I feel like the hammer is really powerful. Boom. Boom. I feel like I actually should try to kill these enemies quickly again. Ah, my gosh, nah. Man, losing health early feels terrible. Holy shrimp. Also, this map is much trickier. Huh. Yeah, man, losing health is just permanently lost health. That's rough. That's really rough. You don't see that very often in these games. Yeah, I just want to increase my movement speed because I feel like these spiders are pretty fast. Man, like this claustrophobic, like, oh my gosh, I need to kill this thing over there. That thing is so rough. Oh my gosh, I need to upgrade. Man, wow, this is tough. This is really tough. Rifle, I think, the protection is pretty decent, but, okay, I'm gonna take the protection. Man, I already lost 2 health. That's so rough. I need to kill this thing. My damage is terrible. Holy shrimp. Wow, man, I just don't have enough movement speed. Like I saw it coming, but I just couldn't run fast enough. I could have used my shield. I just didn't think I would need to. Holy, this is rough. These spiders explode really fast. I need to kill this thing. I deal like no damage. Wow, how is this hard? I mean, I feel like they're telling you that you're supposed to grind the first level a little bit. Because this feels very, very hard. Let's get the grenade. We need some more. I'm not a huge fan of the grenade. I know that the DPS seemed to be seemed to be pretty high, but not being able to control what you're killing is pretty rough. Okay, the protection is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, good. Good. Okay, holy shrimp. Jeez. Okay, so, again, fragile seems good, but I don't have a good way of triggering it, but I still think it's better than the size upgrades. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the... Okay, that was a little greedy, but I actually think the protection can be used offensively quite well. Bleed. Enemies hit by abilities that target the causes the target to bleed. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bleed. I think the bleed is really solid. I mean, I hadn't played it, but yes, the bleed. You can hear the bleed stack like in rhythm again. Okay, let's grab a size and well, 30% damage or more size. I think damage. I can control the size quite well. I'm not saying it's bad, but oh my gosh, man, wow, holy, this is tough. Okay, anything new? Nothing new. Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh, I can get a permanent upgrade. Wait a minute, cost 3? Wait, wait. How hard is it to get those things? I should have looked how to get those. Let's do another one of the first map with the ring, and then we'll go back to the last map, and then I'll probably give my thoughts on the game. Okay, I want to try the Halo again. I think the Halo could be really solid with bleed. If I understand correctly, bleed is not depending on the damage. So, bleed would be insane with this. Okay, like, I'm always underestimating the speed I have. I feel like I should have way more speed. I'm almost positive that, well, I'm not almost positive. I would imagine that there is a speed buff in the roguelite side. Because, man, I wish I could be a little faster right now. Let's do Whirlwind. That's a new one. Whirlwind moving randomly around the level. Sure. I could try to, like, bait some enemies towards it. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. They're just disappearing very quickly. Okay. Oh, 40 damage, though. Ah. Give me my bleed buff. I feel like bleed with this is just so insane. Okay. I guess damage on the whirlwind. That's not really what I want because I feel like the whirlwind is. Well, I don't know. It's just. It's hard to. Well, like to really utilize. I would have expected the whirlwind to stay longer. Oh, wait. Okay. So they dropped those blue orbs. Interesting. Did that happen last game? I didn't see it. Halo size, interesting. Or just double the amount of whirlwind. I'm just gonna use double the amount of whirlwind because that just seems much more powerful. Oh, okay. These drop. Wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just got lucky there, but that's a lot of blue orbs. Okay, I'm starting to get a little better with the ring. Oh, protection is so good. Enemies hit by any ability is tagged with boom. Damage increase based on the number of enemies currently tagged. Wait, but that's just so good with the ring, right? Because it's not again dependent on the ring damage. Wait. That's so good! Are you kidding me? That's interesting. It feels so... Oh my gosh, man! Oh, I just want to have a bit more movement speed! Gosh! Okay. Fragile. I kind of wish I had Fragile on my other one, but that's still pretty good. Actually, it's quite good because then I can just activate the Fragile with my ring, which is very decent. It's still hard to use the ring. It's very, very hard to use the ring. Now, the actual rings... Okay, I was wondering if the ring's actual size increases, like, with, like, when I move, like, does the inner line increase with it? I don't know. Oh, wait. Fragile with my Halo? Hell yeah. I know that one is scaling with damage, but still, that's fantastic. So the more enemies, the more damage I deal. So that's good to know. Just gonna chill here and dance to the music. All right, let's move. Now, I will say, since everything is in the beat of the music, I am realizing that sometimes enemies don't get hit by my ring because I go too fast. Like the ring doesn't hit them in time, so sometimes they don't even get hit by it, which is interesting. Ooh, an epic fragile on my ring? Yes, please. I feel like the slow upgrade on my ring would be pretty solid too. So the boom thing is interesting because the first enemy that is hit by it will trigger the countdown for all enemies following it that gets hit by it as well, if that makes sense. Yeah, my ring is insane right now. I don't think I need a rifle. Let's just try to get deadly... Yeah, the crit damage is much more significant than the crit, but yeah, we'll take it. Chill with us here. Yeah, yeah. I got some... Oh. Oh, hell yeah. A bunch of these guys? Sure. Okay, they don't actually drop anything, which is sad. Oh, it's probably this guy over there doing it? Oh, what the hell? Bologna sandwich. No! I was looking at something else. No! Oh my gosh, this game, like, if you are not paying attention to your other character for a split second, you just get punished massively. Holy... Gosh. Okay, I want movement speed. Please tell me, like, there's a movement speed, like, instantly here. Please, 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 please. Pick up range. No, no. Shield time. No. Crit chance. No. Rerolls. Interesting. Damage. Where is my movement speed? No way. No way! No movement speed increase? What? What? Oh my gosh. That is brutal. Wow. Okay. Good to know. All right, well, we do have a lot of orbs, so pickup range from 140 to 180. We don't really, well, we can estimate. I mean, we can know mathematically how much better that is. That is a 30% increase, right? 28. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Crystal crab. Increase the chance for a crystal crab to spawn. If killed before it flees, it will drop a large amount of crystals. I mean, that seems good to have early, right? Amount of rerolls, crit chance to 1%. Man, they really don't, like, all the numbers have been huge, but the crit chance is weirdly small. I will say. 1 reroll or 0.5 immune after leveling up as well. That's nice, but it's hard to see. So I guess I'll take the reroll. Actually, yeah, I'll take the reroll. Okay. Man, no movement speed upgrade. Wow, that really is surprising to me. Okay, I'm gonna do one more attempt on this level, and then I'll talk about the game. The ball. So I think I'm gonna try the Halo, because I do think Halo has by far the best synergies, especially since, again, some of the upgrades don't scale with damage, which seems crazy because the Halo triggers so much faster than anything else. So Halo is definitely harder to use, but I do think is the best option, like, quite a bit if you go long. Okay, we need to kill these things fast. We need to kill things fast. We need to kill things fast. Because we are super weak early with the Halo, I feel like. I need 3, right? No, I need 4. I wonder if there's like an upgrade to reduce the amount of leveling. It does seem like getting those blue orbs is pretty important, because upgrades seem pretty important with how difficult this game is in solo player. I would imagine that this game gets much easier in co-op, because like the game doesn't change. Nothing changed when you have 2 brains. Like usually when you switch from co-op to single player, like, you have to adjust things. But in this instance, this is one of the few situations where, like, nothing's gonna change differently, because you're doing the same thing you're doing with like, you are doing the same thing as co-op, to my understanding. So okay, let's get a 20% damage on the Halo. Oh my gosh, what the hell. Look how incredibly weak we are. Wow. Ow, what the hell? That is insane. Like, I've played a lot of Horde-likes. The numbers here feel very, very punishing. Like, holy. Okay. Gosh. I'm gonna take damage here. Yep. I'm just stuck here, right? Yeah. I can't go here. Holy! Protection? Oh my gosh, I need more damage. I mean, protection is great. I can be offensive with the protection, but still. I got stuck on something. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Boom's great. Oh my gosh, yes, boom is gonna... Oh my gosh, yes, boom is great. Boom is great. Oh. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, I'm low on health now is the problem, but... Oh, I need to reroll this. I'm gonna reroll this. These are not the things I want. Whirlwind did pretty good. I think... I haven't checked the evolved thing. I'm wondering if there are different evolve states, right? Like, is it always mega speed? Like, the way it's written makes me feel like there's different versions, but that would be pretty cool. Like, pretty impressive to see different evolved versions of abilities. That's without choosing them when you evolve. It's kind of like it's set. It's a set evolve from the beginning, which is interesting. Unless, again, it's always mega speed. I don't know. Maybe co-op doesn't allow progression? That'd be really lame. No way they would do that. Come on. It's great that the Halo is an early unlock. It gives you time to learn how to use it, so its strength scales with your skill. Yeah, but I do feel like the Halo is a little more powerful than other abilities in combination with certain abilities so far, but we'll see. It seems like they've had the same evolve listed for all previous runs. Okay, I'm gonna imagine there's different versions of it, because otherwise why would you just put mega speed in there? Like, I don't know, I find that interesting, right? Keep in mind they probably have less skilled players in mind. Yeah, but for me it's not the Halo that is crazy powerful and hard to use, it's the specific abilities with it. Like, the fact that it doesn't scale off damage on these things seem crazy, right? Doom is terrible on the Saw Blade in comparison to the Halo. Like, terrible. Like, it's not even comparison. Like, right? Like, that just seems weird to me. Yeah. Okay. Fence, once again, also seem pretty good. Because it will apply some Doom. Is that a crab? Is that one of the crabs I need to kill? For, like, stuff? It's attacking me. I wouldn't imagine this crab to attack me, but is it going to give me a bunch of stuff? Let's see. Yeah. Did it? Okay. I don't know. I was... Oh, I forgot I had the protection thing. Shoot. Wow. This is hard. I've completed the workshop. Okay, so it really does feel like... This is really interesting, progression. Also, I'm not used to dying that much in these games. So it's interesting to see that you're kind of like forced to die because of how insanely hard it is on the second level in comparison. Again, in solo player, let's keep that in mind, right? Because again, I would imagine that it's not as hard in co-op, which is fine. Workshop, here you can permanently upgrade individual abilities. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh, wow. Rarity increase? So that means that I'm more likely to get better rarity from that? Interesting. They have set upgrades on those things. Let's do the Impaler because it sounds awesome and it's a mount. Wait, cost 5. I can't upgrade any of them. You just gave me one thing, but I can't do it. Ability picks up any drop it hits. Wait a minute. This is a pretty unique ability. I mean, the pickup whirlwind thing is pretty unique. The other ones don't have anything unique. I mean, a mount is crazy, right? But interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't know how I picked those things up either. Is it just another currency I can find? Oh, 30% progress? That's way more than I would have expected. There's... Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, this makes me feel... Oh, This looked like there's only 3 bosses and 3 levels, and that's it. Interesting. Wait, did I do this? Holy shrimp! I got the sneaky Archon achievement. Wait, isn't that 2 achievements that I got? Oh, it doesn't show that I just beat the boss and got it. I beat the force without taking damage? Huh. All right, people. We got one more thing to do before before leaving. We've got a secret area to find. Let's go find it. I don't even know. Like, you can't be crystallized yet. You can't be crystallized yet? We have work to do. Okay. But I want to go over there. Wait. Why did you just say that randomly? Well, that's just going out of, like, not out of bounds, but like too far, and that's what you say when I go too far? I want to find the secret area. I saw the achievement telling me there's a secret. Not much of a secret if you know you're outright saying it. Usually those achievements are kind of hidden, you know, to keep the hidden aspect. This is where we started, right? You're at the old camp. Oh, okay. Well, then that's the secret area. There was a path leading to it, but cool. Unless you're hunting ghosts, come back. No, I wanted to see what's there. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm having fun here. Is this the map from an earlier version or something? That's a good concept. Yeah, it's either that or potentially part of lore or an event later on that explains what happened. But yeah, it could just be like a cool like Easter egg, right? That'd be cool. I'm seeing a lot of other oh, this is probably the 3rd level. This is definitely the 3rd level, right? 5% damage increase, not a huge amount. Oh wow, these are some big upgrades though. Each level spawns an orb that drops health regeneration when destroyed. Wait a minute, each level spawns an orb that drops health regeneration? Like, how much are we talking about? I mean, I'll take it. Okay, it does seem like those upgrades are pretty impactful. Dual wield stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, Archons. Wow, what a surprising game. I did not know what I was getting myself into, but man, this is really fun. I didn't think there would be anything too crazy unique about this game. Boy, was I wrong. So this is a horde-like, but a very different horde-like than other of its genre. First of all, the unique gimmick here is, as you can see, you're controlling 2 characters, right? Whenever you get abilities, they both get the abilities, or they get an ability that just syncs with both of the characters. That's a lot to keep track of. And crazy enough, not only is it a hard game from its core mechanically to just like adjust to, but man, is the game punishing. It's kind of impressive. I'm not gonna say this game is like crazy, incredibly hard, right? But for a horde-like, horde-likes, in my opinion, are generally quite easy genres because they have very easy mechanics, which is usually very casual friendly, right? If you're gonna have a game that doesn't really require much movement or much aiming, then odds are it's gonna be a casual game. So generally, it's more about the chaos and just having fun and just seeing things go boom than like really hard gameplay. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some pretty, you know, challenging horde-likes out there, right? And you could always change the difficulty, but usually from the start, it's pretty easy to understand and to get comfortable with. This might be one of the hardest horde-likes I've had to play from the start, if that makes sense. Now, you know, I was able to beat the first map on my 2nd try, I think. But the 2nd map? Oh man, that just seems like unbeatable in the current with my current build, which is wow. That's cool. It almost makes you think of like you know, bigger. When I say bigger games, like, you know, like more story-based games, like Hades, for instance. Like Hades 2 specifically, you can't really beat the boss on your first try unless you are, you know, like unless you're like a challenge gamer, right? And that's the whole point. But like in general, the game is not trying to get you to go far on your first few runs because it wants you to lose and to get more stuff in between the runs for your meta progression. I don't see that very often in Horde likes. Now, usually you're not supposed to beat everything on your first try with Horde likes, but it's not dependent on that. This game feels like it's quite dependent on meta progression, which is a cool feeling because it really does feel like I need to grind a little bit and get more comfortable with the core mechanics, which are very, challenging to get used to. So I appreciate the fact that it's kind of like inherently you are going to, need to play a little bit and to adjust to the gameplay and get a lot of these currencies in order to upgrade your permanent abilities, which seem really important. I mean, it makes sense that the level 2 is really hard because when I look at these upgrades, these are some substantial upgrades. Like, for one ability, you can increase damage by 25%, rarity by 20%. These are some big numbers, except the crit. For some reason, crit is really, really low in this game, which, yeah, surprisingly low, I'd say. These meta, your own character damage increases and stuff like that are really big too, right? Increased time between immune by 1.5 seconds. That's some big number. Some revives, the amount of rerolls, like the range is really impactful. It does seem like this really does heavily rely on roguelite elements, which again, most Horde likes do also rely on it, but not as much as this from what I'm seeing, which again seems to make sense with the kind of gameplay that I'm seeing, which I think is really exciting. Okay, so let's talk just gameplay, right? So I think the gameplay is really cool. Again, it's super cool to just be able to control 2 characters. And, usually games that you control 2 characters, there are not many out there, it's overwhelming. And I don't think there's any way around that. It's always going to kind of be overwhelming to control 2 characters at once. But in this game, you're only moving pretty much. Now, you do have your active abilities, like, any Horde like. Well, not any Horde like, most Horde likes, right? But, like, in this instance, most of what you're doing is just keeping track of 2 characters. You're just trying to keep track of 2 characters and move around. And everything is pretty slow paced, which means that it's pretty easy to kind of follow things around, all things considered, because of how slow things are. Now, gameplay wise, that's honestly really cool for a Horde like. Something I've really have not seen. It just feels so different than other Horde likes. Now, in terms of the gameplay itself, it does feel slow. I'm surprised there doesn't, like, I personally feel like the game, like, you could walk a little faster. It feels like it kind of feels a little bit frustrating to take damage from a hit from an enemy that you kind of see from miles away, but you're still just a little too slow. Now, again, yes, skill issue, right? Of course. But there's a distinction for me between, like, oh, well, you should have reacted faster, you should have moved faster, and it not feeling great. I do feel like, personally, from the little bit I've played, I wish it was a little fast, just a tiny bit faster on the movement speed. I didn't see that as an upgrade option in your permanent stats, which was surprising to me. But that's just me, potentially. That could just be me. So that's fine. Other than that, I mean, again, this is a very minor thing. And from the little bit that I've played, maybe once you play more, that's not much of an issue. In a map like this, for instance, I don't think as much of it doesn't feel as bad, probably. But on that second map, where the area is really small, my gosh, that second map is really tough, which was cool because, again, I'm not used to playing a lot of Horde likes that really, really are challenging. Really neat little detail I want to point out before I forget. Things are to the beat of the music. Now, that really is surprising to me. Why? Like, why do that? I don't know. It's a bit more complicated to do that. It does actually add a little bit of strategy because you can then start to know that some of your abilities are always going to pop out on, like, the downbeat of a measure, and therefore you can just, like, know that some ability cooldowns or, like, how fast as something ticks because of the rhythm, which is cool. I mean, I just did not expect it from this kind of game to have rhythm, but I'm not complaining. It's really cool. Why not? Let's talk roguelike, the rogue elements, the randomness, right? I think from what I've seen, there's a lot of different abilities, which is cool. They all seem to do pretty unique things. You know, nothing too crazy on that regard. Again, I will say the starting ability is really, really impactful. The ring ability, like, really is a unique mechanic you really have to try to adjust to, right? So that kind of thing is really, really cool. So I like the active abilities, but what I think is even cooler are the upgrade paths. So in all these games, you can always like find upgrades to abilities you already have, because you're going to be upgrading pretty often, right, in these kind of games. But I mean, the upgrade options all have like different variation, right? You can have a quantity upgrade, you can have a crit upgrade, you can have a slow upgrade, and all these can be applied to like individual abilities, and it's just kind of random which one you get, and you can unlock different possible upgrade feature for your abilities. I might not have been able to explain that clearly, but if you watch some of the gameplay, then it should make sense. That's super cool. That's a really cool and unique way to make upgrades interesting. I love it. That was really, really awesome to me. So massive props to that gameplay element. So yeah, I would say, yeah, the rogue elements, fantastic for horde-like. Usually horde-like abilities do get a little boring after a while, but I've got a feeling like that really opens up a lot of unique paths and a lot of possibilities every run, which is really cool. Like right now, you can see the impaler, boom, 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 boom. Like you can see, like it's in the beat of the rhythm, and I can know which one is going to trigger at what time thanks to the music. Great feature. Something very important to point out, again, this is a co-op that can be played as a co-op game, which obviously makes sense. And I gotta say, again, it's rare to find a game that can be co-op and you actually don't seem to need to adjust anything, and it's gonna feel pretty balanced on both ends. Like, yeah, it's gonna be much harder to play this game without being co-op. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, it's much harder to play by yourself because you have to control two characters with one brain instead of, you know, two people controlling their own characters. But I think it's really well done. I mean, it feels good to be able to control two characters and to get away with really looking around and knowing what to do and all. It's a really, really neat feature. I think it's really well done, and I haven't really seen any games try to combine like co-op and single player without having to adjust the mechanics and gameplay much. It's crazy to me. So I think that's fantastic. Co-op is slightly balanced by imperfect communication, at least. That's a good point. Usually with co-op, you know, co-op games, it's about communication. But a game like this, you don't have time to be like, oh, I'm going left, can you go right? Like things go way too fast for co-op to be consistently, you know, like it's true that there's going to be like someone wanting to do something on one end. And like, for instance, like if right now I was going to be moving to the left and my character to the right was going to do something else, that can really screw up one of the characters. And I actually think that's a really nice way of balancing it, all things considered. It's really cool that they seem to have figured out a way to, yeah, to pretty much balance both ends. That's so hard to do. So really good job on that end. Let's talk visuals. Let's talk about a little bit of like the story and that kind of stuff. The game is honestly really funny to me. It is so serious from what I've seen, which you don't see very often because people don't take games very seriously. Roguelikes, it's hard to be serious. It's always easier to make a funny game or like a whatever game, right? So from what I've seen, this game is quite serious, but not in like a, like, you know, not like in an emotional way. Just kind of like a, we are the ultimate demons, we're gonna kill everyone. Like, it's just kind of funny. Like, I'm sure they were having a blast with it themselves, you know, just doing it. That's kind of cool. That's pretty funny to me. I'm all up for it. Whether people think that is serious or not, you know, I think it's a good vibe. I like the vibe of the game. So yeah, visuals are great in my opinion. I think it looks really solid. The camera is, I actually like the camera. I was worried it was gonna get too chaotic. The VFX, the audio, really solid. UI looks great. I mean, this is a really solid game from what I'm seeing. Let's talk a little bit about the overall progression of this game. Obviously, I haven't seen much, but from what I'm seeing, and this is where I am not 100% sure of how much of the game I was given. I don't really know if I've gotten like a version of the game that is going to be as big as the full release or not, because I'm seeing a lot of content But I'm also seeing that every level, I think, only has one boss and there's only 3 levels. That seems a little low to me in comparison to the amount of stuff that I'm seeing in terms of like the possible abilities. I would expect to have more like bosses, more like elites, more stuff. But again, I don't know how much there is. I'm hoping that the amount of content is not only going to be dependent on the meta progression, and that the game is also going to have more enemies, more bosses, more worlds as you play more and more, because I do feel like you can play this game a lot from the meta progression side, but I'm hoping that I'm not going to see everything in like 5 hours, and then all the rest I'm going to need to do for the rest of the game is just meta progression. So that's the one thing that I hope. And again, you know, it's fine to have a game that is, you know, doesn't have crazy amount of stuff, right? I'm just seeing, it's just because this game has so, like, I could see it have crazy amount of content that I'm hoping that there's more. Just because I'm really liking what I'm seeing. So yeah, on that end, I hope that there's a lot to do, even after 10 hours, more than just getting stronger, if that makes sense. I don't know yet, but that is the one thing I'm just going to bring up, right? For instance, one thing that I'm hopeful as well is it'd be nice if there were different characters, right? Wouldn't it be cool to just have different characters have different things? Maybe, I mean, not necessary, right? Like, if you just have enough upgrades in one single character, that's fine, I guess. But it would be cool to just have different looking characters. I feel like I'm asking more than is necessary. But I do see that, again, I do see that this game has tremendous potential, all things considered. So I'm definitely really excited and interested in seeing where this game is going, how the game is going to be upon its full release. I'm definitely going to want to take a look myself. This is definitely a game that is really cool. And I would like to play this co-op. I rarely want to play co-op games myself because I'm much more of a PvE solo player. And you don't have that many co-op games these days. So if I've been hearing so many people ask for good co-op games, and I feel like this could very well be one of them. This seems really awesome. The one boss I saw looked really cool. Like, I really enjoyed that boss fight. I would like more. I really hope it's not just 3 bosses in this entire game, because that's what I felt like I saw. So I hope there's going to be more bosses. But in any case, even if there's not, that's not a huge problem. It looks really fun and really cool from what I'm just seeing. So once again, thank you so much for sending this game to the channel. I'm very impressed. For a Horde-like, this is really solid. And I've played a lot of Horde-likes this year, so this is definitely one of the better ones that I feature on this series, I would say. Oh, one thing that I want to bring up is I do wonder how balanced some abilities are in comparison to other things. Like, again, I feel like the ring, yes, you could say that the ring is balanced because it's hard to use, but some abilities just don't seem to make sense with it. Like, there's an ability that whenever an ability hits an enemy, deal a certain amount of damage. Like, the ring does damage to enemies like 6 times more often than other abilities, and yet it still triggers the same exact amount of damage. That seems a little broken to me. Like really broken, honestly. Like, right now I'm doing this endless mode, and like I'm like doing so much better than when I was not focused. Yes, I mean, I'm getting better at the game, but still, like, I just feel like the difference in damage is kind of insane in comparison, because I grabbed all these abilities that felt kind of overpowered. Just now that I understand how ridiculous the ring is. Yeah, I mean, those numbers for me seem a little unbalanced, right? Because, like, I've gotten the tornado early, and yet the ring did like 3 times the damage. So I do wonder if there's a little bit of imbalance in some areas. Those kind of things can easily be adjusted. I do think it's important to bring up, though. Being on the beat does eliminate the need for attack speed upgrades. That's true. Attack speed upgrades are not as much of a thing in this game, right? Because if everything's in the beat, the only thing you could do is double the attack for it to still be in the beat, or do triplets, but they wouldn't do that. So, like, Yeah, you would have to double the speed for it to still be in rhythm, pretty much, which is totally doable. An argument can be made for that ring is so heavily dependent on synergy that it's fine. Your hammer run had honestly very little synergy and still did very well. Yeah, but I agree. I still think it's too powerful. From the little I've seen and from playing a lot of these games, and usually there's always some ways to use exploits, right? I feel like that exploit is way too easy and way too consistent, in my opinion. I felt that from just even an hour and a half, I think it's just too powerful. Let's open this chest though, because hey, let's see what we got. Swap cloaks. Oh, cool. A little bit of cosmetic stuff. Nice. That does make me feel like we're not going to be changing characters. That's fine. This is really cool. I also got 68 gems. So, wow, my next run is going to be much more powerful than I've done Endless. Actually, that's kind of insane how many gems I got from doing this mode. Good to know. In any case, I don't know much about the balance of like the meta progression stuff. Of how fast you can get this stuff. But from what I've seen, I've really been enjoying the pacing so far. So I'm going to continue playing this myself because it's just super fun. So once again, thank you so much for sending this game. This was very, very enjoyable to me. I had an absolute blast. And yeah, if you're interested in this game, it is going to be out in about a week and a half, I think on the 6th of December. In any case, as it stands right now, this is really cool. This could be finally like a really solid co-op game because again I feel like it's hard to get good co-op games. So yeah, massive thumbs up on my end. This is really, really cool. Oh, another thing I really want to bring up, sorry, just one last thing, there's so much to talk about. I like how those numbers are simple. This game's numbers are simple. A lot of horde likes like big numbers, hundreds of damage, 150 damage, that kind of stuff. Here everything is really small. The experience points is by orbs, and it's not like you get like an orb gives you like 150 XP and then you get a bajillion. No, one orb is 1 XP, and you just get like you need like 4 XP to level up. Like ability damage is like 40 damage, and when you upgrade it, it's like 60 damage. It really is simple numbers. I think that's fantastic. I really, really like the simplicity of these numbers. Yeah, it's cool to have big numbers do crazy things in a lot of horde likes, but it's nice to every now and then to just have simple, like easy to understand and conceptualize numbers like this. So massive props to that, because I feel like we get a lot of games that don't do that. And it felt really nice to just get a very clear understanding of how powerful things are. Vampires Hunters, I think it was a game I featured recently that was a horde-like, right? When you level up to level 50 during a run, you get an ability that's like, oh, deal 878 damage, right? And you can't conceptualize how much that is on the spot. But here, it's much easier to conceptualize because even in the late game of a run, a new ability is going to deal 40 damage, and 40 damage is good damage. And I think that's great. Big thumbs up for me. From a design standpoint, I think it's fantastic. So yeah, just wanted to bring that up. Either you get the perfect run or you die, while the other options have flexibility. Yeah, maybe. I still think it's a little powerful, but it also be hard to make balanced. Yeah, it would be hard to make the ring balanced. I could see that because you could reduce the ticking by half because it has to be in the beat, right? That would not feel good. It would be hard to balance. I agree. Again, for me, it's not the ring. The problem is not the ring. The problem is the bleed and the doom ability that does not scale with the ability that's triggering it. That just seems insane to me because it's like you're just, of course you're gonna grab that with the ring. Duh. Like that just instantly triggers it to everyone around the room instead of blades having to trigger like 1 or 2 enemies here and there. That just seems absurdly broken to me. It would have different consequences. I agree. I'm not saying I have an answer to it. I'm just saying it's right now. I think it's unbalanced with the inherent design of Doom and Bleed. I think it's just inherently way more powerful. Oh, and also fragile, right? Because fragile, like an ability, puts fragile on an enemy, which does scale with the damage of the ability. Got it. Okay, so like let's imagine that my gun puts a fragile stack on an enemy. that stack will not do anything unless another ability triggers it. Guess what? The ring can trigger it from anywhere around. So like all your fragile abilities instantly get triggered super easily with the ring. I just think there's just too many easy synergies, way too easy synergies with the ring, personally. I'm sure that if I just get the ring and bleed and doom early, I could probably just clear an entire level so much more easily than anything else. I'll probably circle back on this game some other date because, I'm very curious about a lot of things. There's still a lot of mystery to me, including those question marks. Yeah, love the visuals. Again, great game. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on this very enjoyable episode of Finding the Next Big Roguelike. I hope you got to enjoy it as much as I did because this was really fun.